You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page and YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2017 Long Island Ducks season ticket packages are on sale now. Enjoy the best savings and most benefits available to cheer on your hometown team. 10-game mini plans are also on sale and offer fans the same great seats for 10 games throughout 2017, as well as many other exciting opportunities. To find out more information and secure your seats for the 18th season of Ducks baseball, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. The Bethpage Ballpark box office is now open for individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fans can also purchase their tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX or by visiting liducks.com and clicking on the tickets icon. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 people to as many as 2,000. We offer block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive Smokin' Al's party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the dream team. Group ticket packages for the 2017 season are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, call 631-940-3825 or visit liducks.com. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle In Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking on the merchandise icon. Store hours on game days are noon to 4 p.m. and during the game from inside the ballpark only. On non-game days, the store is open Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. Quacker Jack, the 7-time Best Long Island mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825 to find out more information and to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily. You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page and YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2017 Long Island Ducks season ticket packages are on sale now. Enjoy the best savings and most benefits available to cheer on your hometown team. 10-game mini plans are also on sale and offer fans the same great seats for 10 games throughout 2017, as well as many other exciting opportunities. To find out more information and secure your seats for the 18th season of Ducks baseball, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. The Bethpage Ballpark box office is now open for individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fans can also purchase their tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX or by visiting liducks.com and clicking on the tickets icon. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 people to as many as 2,000. We offer block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive Smokin' Al's party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the dream team. Group ticket packages for the 2017 season are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, call 631-940-3825 or visit liducks.com. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle Inn Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking on the merchandise icon. Store hours on game days are noon to 4 p.m. and during the game from inside the ballpark only. On non-game days, the store is open Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. Quacker Jack, the 7-time Best Long Island mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825 to find out more information and to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily.
This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt, up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one quack away from the championship. Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch. Adam Bailey makes the catch. And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions.
Swinging a ground ball, hit toward short, charging in his lines. He fields, throws to first. The comeback is complete. From 2-0 down in the series, the Long Island Ducks have won 3 in a row at home. And for the 5th time in franchise history, they will head to the Atlantic League Championship Series.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks pregame show.
And live from Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York, this is Long Island Ducks baseball. Tonight, Game 2 of a doubleheader between the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs and the Long Island Ducks. The Ducks won Game 1 of the Twin Bill 10-0 over the rival Blue Crabs. The Ducks have now won 4 games in a row for the first time since mid-May, and Tyler Levine is set to go against the Blue Crabs lineup of Jose Lozada, Edwin Garcia, L.J. Hose, Michael Snyder, Corey Vaughn, Zach Cohn, Tucker Nathans, Ryan Wiggins, and Brian Bistain. And the first pitch of Game 2 is in for a called strike, and the count 0-1. It comes in a couple of minutes ahead of what the target time was at 8:58 p.m. They were hoping to get underway by 9. So Tyler Levine on the bump, and the 1 strike offering misses high and outside. Count even up at 1 ball and 1 strike to Jose Lozada. First pitch temperature 73 degrees at 8:58 p.m. Now the pitch. Swung on and lifted foul down the left field line. Count 1-2 strikes to Jose Lozada, leading things off for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs in Game 2 of a doubleheader here tonight from Bethpage Ballpark. Game 1, Alfredo Simon took a no-hitter into the top of the 7th inning. Lost it, ended up giving up 3 hits, but no runs. A 10-0 shutout victory for the Ducks. Now Tyler Levine trying to make it a clean sweep of the doubleheader for Long Island. This is the 1-2 pitch. Misses low. The count now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Lozada. Lozada was 0 for 2 in the opener. drew a walk, flew out, and grounded out against Alfredo Simon, who turned in his best outing as a Long Island Duck. 2-2 pitch, reaches for it and hits it foul off the top of the screen behind home plate. We'll do it again, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The final line for Simon in game 1 of the doubleheader: 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs. He walked 2 and struck out 7 for the Ducks. The 7 strikeouts, tying a season high. 3 hits, tying the fewest that he's allowed in his starts. The pitch swung on and fouled up the first baseline by Lozada. Do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Also, his longest outing as he threw over 100 pitches in getting the win to improve to 2-3 on the season. The Ducks, meanwhile, on offense, 10 runs on 13 hits. Everybody in the lineup reached base safely at least once in the 7-inning contest. And nearly everyone had a hit except for Quinton Berry. 2-2 misses. It's now 3 balls and 2 strikes to leadoff man Jose Lozada. Here at the top of the first inning of game number 2 of our doubleheader tonight. Levine deals. Fouled back by Lozada. Got that one off the fists. And he's putting together a nice battle against Tyler Levine, the Long Island Ducks starting pitcher, here in game number 2. Levine being called on to make his 4th start of the season and his 19th overall appearance. Thus far, he's 2 wins against no losses and a 4.79 earned run average. 35 2/3 innings, 44 hits allowed, 21 runs, 19 earned, 24 strikeouts, 15 walks. As the 3-2 misses low and inside to Lozada, and that is a leadoff walk here in the top of the first inning. So not the way Tyler Levine envisioned getting things going in game 2 of the doubleheader, as he issues a leadoff walk to Jose Lozada. That'll bring up Edwin Garcia, the shortstop, who's 0 for 2 in the opener of the doubleheader. He walked in the first inning and then grounded out twice. Pitch, runner goes in for a strike, throw down to second on a hop, and it is not in time. Oh, the throw got there on time, but I can only imagine that Calvin Baker said that Dan Lyons missed the tag, because goodness gracious, that ball was there and it had the runner beaten. But what a nifty slide by Lozada to get in ahead of the tag, I suppose. Again, the pitch was a strike, so the count 0-1 as Kevin Baez out for an explanation from Calvin Baker, evidently satisfied. So the Blue Crabs, as Lozada steals his 22nd base of the season. Blue Crabs trying to play a little bit of small ball in the first inning after they were shut out in game 1 of the Twin Bill. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Levine, swung on and missed by Garcia. The count 0-2. Looked like Garcia, something projectile came off of his hands as he let go on that swing. A lot of guys will have one of those little thumb protectors that they wear on their upper hand, and I think that's what went askew for Garcia. So he picked it up and reapplied it to his right thumb. Now the 0-2. This is low. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes to Garcia. Tyler Levine, born December 30th, 1992. That makes him 24 years of age for just about the entire year. East Meadow, New York, 3rd year pro. Pitched in the Frontier League last season. 1-2 pitch. Light swing and a foul by Garcia. Do it again in a ball and 2 strikes. Attended college at SUNY Old Westbury out here on Long Island. Spring training invitee of the Ducks, and went unsigned initially out of spring training, but he was the first player the Ducks signed in season. Coming to terms on April 29th. He's been with the club ever since. 5'11", 195 pounds. The 1-2. Swinging a ground ball hit to third. Played on the backhand by Gotai. Long throw across the diamond. Is in time to get the hustling Garcia. 5-3 on the ground out. Yields out number 1 here in the first inning. And with that being recorded, let's get you the defensive alignment for the Long Island Ducks here in Game 2 of the doubleheader. At first base, it's Angelo Sanko. The second baseman is Elmer Reyes. Dan Lyons plays shortstop, and Ruben Gotai mans the hot corner. In the outfield from left to right, it's Anthony Vega in left field. Delta Cleary Jr. in center field, and Quinton Berry out in the sun field. Alex Berg does the catching. And not much sun to speak of here past the 9 o'clock hour on the East Coast. First pitch to L.J. Hose is a fastball called strike. Count 0-1. Hose went 0 for 3 in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Struck out twice and grounded out to third. Former big leaguer doing the designated hitting duties here in Game 2 after he played second base in the opener. Now the 0-1. This is down low. Good block by Berg. Count even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. No score here in the top of the first. It's the Long Island Ducks and the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Game 2 of a doubleheader. Here from Bethpage Ballpark this afternoon or this evening. Whatever time of day it is, it doesn't matter because we're happy that you're here with us on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Levine comes to an agreement with Berg, now working out of the stretch. Look back at second of the pitch. Just misses outside. Looked like a fastball that time from Levine. And not getting the call on the pitch that appeared to catch the black from home plate umpire Tom Gandolfo. Calvin Baker is the third base umpire after he had balls and strikes in the opener. Jorge Turan shifts across the diamond and will handle first base. Now the 2-1 pitch. This is high and inside. Count now 3 balls and a strike to Hose. With the dangerous Michael Snyder looming in the on-deck circle. Ducks wore their orange jerseys in the opener of the doubleheader, so here in Game 2 they've switched to the home pinstripe jerseys. White tops, green pinstripes, Ducks across the front. 3-1 pitch, ripped out to shortstop, caught by Lyons, throw back to second is in time, double play. Reyes slipped off the bag, but he had possession of the ball and his foot on the base before Lozada was able to get back in. It's a 6-4 double play, and that ends the inning here in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, the walk, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. We're scoreless here in Central Islip. Behind Bridgeport and Somerset.
Hey fans, this is pitcher John Brown. Hey fans, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Well, we go to the bottom of the first inning. A reminder, fans, that every Walk by Ducks batter this season is presented by CityMD Urgent Care. 15 CityMD locations across Long Island offering the comprehensive quality care you need the moment you need it. CityMD Urgent Care, and need a doctor, just walk in. Well, here in the bottom of the first, the Ducks will come to bat for the first time in Game 2 of our twin build tonight, after Long Island defeated Southern Maryland 10-0 in 7 innings in Game 1 of our doubleheader. The Ducks lineup looks very similar here in Game 2. It's Quentin Berry, Delta Cleary Jr., Mark Krause, Angelo Sonko, Ruben Gotay, Elmer Reyes, Alex Berg, Anthony Vega, and Dan Lyons. Elmer Reyes in at second base for Giovanni Alfonso. The only difference in terms of player is Quentin Berry swings at the first pitch from Brian Grenning and fouls it off. On the third base side, the count 0-1. Berry went 0 for 2 in the opener of the doubleheader, but did reach base twice on walks. Came around to score a run once as well. As he swings, it fouls off the 0-1. Count quickly 0-2. It's Quentin Berry. Every single Duck reached base safely in the opener of the doubleheader. And all except for Berry had base hits. At least one of them. Pitch swung on and fouled off. Do it again, no balls and 2 strikes to Quentin Berry. And a comfortable 73 degrees and dark here at first pitch in Game 2. It was partly cloudier earlier today in 76 when Game 1 got underway at 6:08 p.m. Now the 0-2 to Berry. Another defensive swing and a foul ball back to the screen. Good at bat being worked here by Quinton as the count remains 0-2. Brian Grenning on the bump for Southern Maryland. 7-4 record with a 2.97 earned run average. And this is 20th start of the year. As the 0-2 sails well high and hits the bull. They count 1 ball and 2 strikes to Quentin Berry. 124 innings pitched for Grenning, which is among the league leaders. In fact, it is the best mark in the Atlantic League. 1-2 pitch, swinging a fly ball, hit in the air to center field. Playable for Corey Vaughn. Ranging over a few steps to his left, he makes the catch on the drive for out number 1. So in a 6-pitch battle, Quentin Berry goes down on the fly out to center. But a solid at-bat work nonetheless. This ought to bring up Delta Cleary Jr., who was 1 for 3 with a run scored and a sacrifice fly and an RBI back in the opener. Switch hitter batting from the left-hand side. The first pitch from Brian Grenning. It's on the outside corner for a called strike. Count 0-1. Mentioned Grenning with those 124 and a third innings pitched. Now in 2/3 innings pitched. The leader in the Atlantic League, his teammate Darrell Thompson, has 118 innings pitched. He's second, so by far and away the leader as the 0-1 chopped on the ground to short. Edwin Garcia up with it. He throws Delta Cleary Jr. out for the second out here in the inning. Get you to Southern Maryland defense. At first base, it's Michael Snyder. The second baseman is Brian Bistain. Shortstop Edwin Garcia. Third baseman is Jose Lozada. In the outfield, the left fielder is Tucker Nathans. Center fielder is Corey Vaughn. The right fielder is Zach Cohn. And doing the catching is Ryan Wiggins, giving Luis Allen Game 2 of the twin bill off. First pitch of the at-bat to Mark Krause is in for a called strike. Count 0-1. Krause went 1 for 3 in the opener of the doubleheader. Also walked, scored a run. Now the pitch misses low and inside as has to kind of sashay out of the way of it does Krause. Count even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. But to continue on Grenning, in those 124 and a third innings pitch coming into this game, 67 strikeouts and 16 walks. 1-1 pitch, misses outside. Count 2 balls and 1 strike. Grenning not a guy that's going to strike out a lot, but he's also not going to walk too many either. 1-2 pitch, swinging a fly ball hit off the end of the bat into right field. Playable for Zach Cohn, and he settles underneath it and makes the catch to end the inning. The Ducks go down 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the first inning, which means we'll head to the second. And we're still scoreless. It's the Blue Crabs and the Ducks.
Hey fans, this is shortstop Dan Lyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the Magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit pseglyny.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
The Long Island Ducks Health Report is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapists of the Long Island Ducks. As I mentioned in Game 1, there are a couple of things to note, some developments for the Ducks on the health side of things. Catcher and infielder Jordan Pacheco was hit on the wrist on Sunday. He's currently day-to-day with a wrist injury, but currently being evaluated. He went out for tests yesterday, waiting on the results of those for Pacheco. That's the not-so-good news. The good news is Lou Ford took batting practice, felt good today. Ducks hope to have him back soon, possibly as soon as this weekend, and the same goes for David Aardsma, who's thrown bullpens the last couple of days. So here's Michael Snyder. First pitch from Tyler Levine, misses upstairs, and to count 1 ball and no strikes. Snyder broke up the no-hitter in the top of the 7th inning in game number 1 with a 1-out single, a rip over the head of shortstop Dan Lyons. Was no cheap hit, that's for sure, for Snyder. A very good hitter. Swings and misses. At the 1-0, count now 1-1. Levine went with an off-speed pitch that time. Evens up the counts. Snyder, a right-handed batter with 21 home runs. Pitch misses low. Count now 2 balls and a strike to Snyder. Second in the league behind Sean Halton of Lancaster, and tied with Casey Hobson of Lancaster, who hasn't been in the league since the end of June. This shows you how good Casey Hobson was doing for the Barnstormers this year before he had his contract purchased by Boston. 2-1 pitch fouled off. Back behind home plate and out of play. Not even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Snyder, a dangerous man, second in the league in runs batted in with 62, trailing again Sean Halton of Lancaster, who has 72. So quite a bit behind him in that category, but Halton just far and away running away with the league RBI crown for now. 2-2 pitch. Snyder goes down and gets underneath one and pops it up in his shallow right field, coming in Berry, going back Reyes. And it'll be the right fielder, Quentin Berry, taking charge for out number 1 here in the 2nd inning. You know, you always like it to have the outfielder take charge in that play because he's got the better angle coming in on the ball as opposed to the infielder who's going out on that ball in fair territory. Though in foul territory, a lot of times you'll see it's the middle infielder who's got the better angle tracking that ball off the bats. That time, I think, wise for Reyes to yield to Quentin Berry. So to bring up Corey Vaughn, who didn't play in game 1 of the doubleheader. The first pitch from Levine is a knee-high strike with a fastball and the count 0-1. Tyler Levine peering in for his signs from Alex Berg, the Ducks catcher, looking to turn things around recently. He's gone into a bit of a slide. 0-1 misses low. It's now 1-1. Levine had been pitching very well, mostly in, I hate to say it because it's kind of a derogatory term, but I don't really see it that way. Mostly in mop-up duty out of the bullpen, but then he was called on to make a couple of starts. One went well against New Britain. One did not go so well against Bridgeport. As the 1-1 is popped up foul on the third base side over for Lukotai. It's out of play into the stands. Count 1-2. But in his last 3 appearances, he's given up 10 runs in 10 1/3 innings. Good for an ERA of 8.71. Raised his season ERA from about 3.2 to 4.79. Small sample sizes can kill you sometimes, and it's been the case for Levine, but he's been pitching well here through the first inning and a third tonight. Pitch to Vaughn, misses low. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes. No score between the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs and the Long Island Ducks in Game 2 of a doubleheader necessitated by inclement weather yesterday. Rained all day long in Central Islip. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a foul back by Vaughn. That'll get up into the Duck Club level of seating. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Corey Vaughn. 8 home runs on the year for Vaughn. And an average hovering around the 250s, 260s mark for most of the year. He's got 44 runs batted in the middle of the Blue Crab lineup. Levine comes set, and now at 2-2. On missed low and outside, a count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Corey Vaughn. After Vaughn, Zach Cohn, the right fielder, stands in the on-deck circle, or rather just outside of the on-deck circle. Better not move it, as Adrian Beltre found out the other night. Now Levine comes set just above the belt and deals the 3-2. Fastball swung on and hit in the air to shallow left center field. Going back on it, the shortstop Lyons, backpedaling, and he makes the catch. Out number 2 here in the inning, recorded on the week pop out from Corey Vaughn. He's with the outfielders playing far back, very deep against the power hitting Vaughn. It was Lyons who had the only realistic chance at getting at that ball. So here's Zach Cohn, 0 for 3 in the opener of the doubleheader. Played center field in Game 1, now moved over to his more customary right field with Vaughn back in the lineup as he swings at the first pitch and lifts it in the air to center field. Delta Cleary Jr. has it lined up, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So that's a 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Levine as he records 3 easy flyouts in the top of the third. That means that it's another 1-2-3 PSEG energy efficient inning. With energy efficiency programs from PSEG Long Island, saving on your electric bill is easy as 1, 2, 3. Visit PSEGLINY.com/save money. One more way, PSEG Long Island is making things work for you. No score between the Long Island Ducks and the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs heading to the bottom of the second.
Hey fans, this is infielder Giovanni Alfonso, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit PSEGLINY.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Well, we go to the bottom of this second inning, and there's no better time than now to sign up the young Ducks fan in your life for the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Ducks Kids Club. Children 14 and under will receive exciting gifts, discounts on merchandise, and unique experiences that only come with being a member. Sign up today by visiting www.liducks.com or by calling 631-940-3825. Angelo Sunko, the cleanup hitter, will lead things off for the Ducks in the bottom of the second inning. Followed by Ruben Gotay and Elmer Reyes. Against Brian Grenning as Sunko swings at the first pitch and lines it into right field for a base hit. So Sunko gets things going here in game number 2 by recording the first hits for either side in the bottom of this second with nobody out. Coming up, Ruben Gotay had himself a heck of a game in game number 1. Went 2 for 4 at the plate with a solo home run and also an RBI single in the 6th inning. And in the field made a couple of dazzling defensive plays. Although that's nothing new for Ruben, as he has been flashing the leather left and right all season long. He's really had a special year in the field. The first pitch is in for a called strike to Gotay. Count 0-1. Because you talk about a lot of times guys being locked in at the plate, in a zone at the plate or whatever have you. Ruben Gotay is that in the field here as of late. Pitch misses outside. Count 1-1 now to Gotay. You can go through slumps in the field, and you can go through times where you're absolutely locked in. That's Gotay right now. Locked in. Grenning set at the belt, and now the 1-1. Late swing and a foul ball. Over on the third base side. Count now 0-2 to Ruben Gotay from Brian Grenning. Began his professional career in 2008 when he was drafted in the 38th round of the Major League Baseball draft by the Cleveland Indians out of Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. Pickoff attempted first, and Sunko gets back in with a dive. And just that Grenning was able to be drafted really displays how he was able to beat the odds. 1-2 pitch is swung on and lifted in the air, foul on the third base side. That'll get out of play. We'll do it at 1-2. Here to Angelo Sunko. Or rather to Ruben Gotay with Angelo Sunko on at first. Grenning was a guy who began his career at Unity College, transferred and walked on at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. This 1-2 misses low and inside. It's now 2-2. He transformed himself into one of the most dependable arms out of the bullpen for the Mustangs. Enough so that Cleveland saw fit to draft him in the 38th round. As Gotay swings and drives it high in the air, deep to right field, but well foul. We'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Within a year of being drafted, Brian Grenning was in AAA with the Columbus Clippers at the time, and still are the AAA affiliate in the International League of the Cleveland Indians. That was only a 1-game stint. The highest level he reached in earnest was AA. The pitch is lined into center field, cutting across his Vaughn. He picks it out of the air. That'll send Angelo Sunko scampering back to first base as Ruben Gotay flies out to center for the first out here in the bottom of the second. I'll bring Elmer Reyes up to the plate. As we said, he didn't play in game 1 of this doubleheader, so this will be his first at-bat today. Reyes entering play today, 3rd leading hitter on the Ducks at a .290 average. 3 home runs, 38 runs batted in on the season. Grenning comes set, and the pitch. Fastball on the inside corner for a called strike to Reyes, and the count 0-1. Grenning, kind of undersized, at least when you think of traditionally, 5'11", 185 pounds. Doesn't throw the ball overwhelmingly hard. The guy who goes out with grit and guile and grinds his way to success. 0-1. Swinging a ground ball hit to third base, charging hard. It's the third baseman Lozada, throw to second for 1, relay to first in time, double play. 5-4-3 around the horn the ball goes as it retires the Ducks here in the bottom of the second. No runs on one hit, no errors, and nobody left on. We go to the third, still scoreless here between the Ducks and the Blue Crabs.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Delta Cleary Jr., and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
New York Sports Day is one of the largest independent New York sports news sources out there. For coverage of the Long Island Ducks, Yankees, Mets, Major and Minor League Baseball, football, hockey, soccer, and, well, any other sport that you can think of, really. You can visit nysportsday.com. New York Sports Day, your independent Gotham sports news source. Tucker Nathans will lead things off for Southern Maryland. Here in the top of the third inning, he'll be followed by Ryan Wiggins and Brian Bistain as Tyler Levine has faced the minimum through 2 innings. First pitch to Nathan, swinging a little blooper into center field right at Delta Cleary Jr. in a couple of steps, and he makes the catch on Nathan's drive for out number 1. 1 pitch and 1 set aside here in the third for Tyler Levine. And a very interesting trend developing here for Levine.
Ryan Wiggins.
He's now recorded 7 outs in this game. 5 of them have been in the air, either line drives or fly balls. 1 ground ball out and no strikeouts for Tyler Levine so far. Extreme fly ball pitcher tonight. First pitch from Levine on its way to Wiggins. That's in for a called strike. Count 0-1. Levine working quickly, now the 0-1. Late swing and a foul by Wiggins, count 0-2. Wiggins didn't play in game 1 of the doubleheader, hitting 164 on the season, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs, and 53 strikeouts in 40 games. 122 at-bats, and he struck out 53 times. That's impressive and shocking. The 0-2. Fastball just missed outside. It's now a ball and 2 strikes. In fact, if I'm crunching the math here fast, 53 strikeouts in 122 at-bats means he's striking out in 43% of his at-bats. 1-2 misses. It's now 2-2. That's amazing. Nobody on, 1 man out here in the top of the third. No score between the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs and the Long Island Ducks here in game 2 of a doubleheader at Bethpage Ballpark tonight. Ducks took game 1 10-0 behind good hitting and good pitching. Pitch hit on the ground towards shortstop, gobbled up by Lyons off to his left on 2 long hops. Go to first in time to get Wiggins, 6-3 on the ground out. And there's now 2 gone here in the third. That brings Brian Bistain up to the plate. 209 hitter, second baseman for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. But yeah, in case you missed any of Game 1, Alfredo Simon, 7 innings pitched, took a no-hitter through 6 1/3, ended up allowing 3 hits but no runs, walked 2 and struck out a season-high 7. Meanwhile, Eric Fornatero, the starter for Southern Maryland, gave up 6 runs on 9 hits in 3 innings. First pitch to Bistain is in for a strike, count 0-1. Tyler Levine doing a good job of attacking the strike zone. 23 strikes, 15 balls amongst his 48 pitches that he's thrown. It's a good ratio for the young right-hander. The pitch is swung on and dribbled foul up the third baseline. Count 0-2 here to Bistain. And after he threw 19 pitches in the first inning, including 9 to Jose Lozada, the leadoff man, before walking him, Levine's become much more efficient. It's the last 8 batters to face him. Lozada was eventually erased from the base paths, and L.J. Hose lined into an inning-ending 6-4 double play. No balls and 2 strikes, the count to Brian Bistain. Levine comes set. Now the pitch. This is low. Looked like a breaking ball from Levine. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes. At just 24 years of age, Tyler Levine is the youngest Long Island Duck, but only by a matter of 11 days, or 11 days after Giovanni Alfonso. Both in December of '92. As the 1-2 misses low in the dirt. Count even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Brian Bistain. Bistain's got some speed. There's a threat to leg out an infield single. Third baseman Ruben Goatseye playing a few steps behind the bag at third. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count with 2 outs at the top of the third and a scoreless tie. The pitch. Swing a foul ball straight back. Boy, Bistain right on the fastball from Levine, but just missed it. So he had it, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Levine now working a little bit more methodically. 2-2, swinging a line drive it pretty well out towards left. Chasing Vega back to the warning track. He puts the glove up and makes the catch. Anthony Vega with a running catch out on the warning track to end the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base in the third. The Blue Crabs looking for a hit. Ducks looking for a run as we go into the bottom of inning number 3 at a scoreless tie.
Hey fans, this is right-handed pitcher Tyler Levine, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Hey Ducks fans, the final out of the top of the third inning was the 15th out of tonight's ball game. Did you know that a 15-minute call to Geico can save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. 1-800-947-AUTO. That's 1-800-947-AUTO. Or visit geico.com. Alex Berg will lead things off for the Long Island Ducks as as we get set to play the bottom of the third inning. Scoreless tie, the Ducks and the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs in Game 2 of a doubleheader today. Berg, Anthony Vega, and Dan Lyons as the first pitch from Brian Grenning. Rides inside to Berg, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. Alex went 1 for 3 in the opener of the doubleheader. Pitch is tapped foul at home plate, rolling back behind the dish. Count even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Single, a walk, and a run scored for Berg overall in the game. Grenning out of the compact semi-windup. 1-1 pitch, made a line drive hit out towards left field. That'll get down for a base hit. Played in on a couple of hops by Tucker Nathans. Alex Berg collects the second hit of the night for the Long Island Ducks after they had 13 hits in the opener of the doubleheader, leading 10 runs in the process. So that'll bring Anthony Vega up to the plate. Vega, the left fielder, here in the nightcap after command left field in the opener as well. 2 for 3 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. Squares around to bunt here and gets down to Butte. Out in front of the plate, fielded by the pitcher Grenning. Throw to first, not in time. It's a bunt single for Anthony Vega, and the Ducks have something cooking here in the bottom of the third with runners on first and second and nobody out. So a bunt hit for Anthony Vega, recognizing that the third baseman Jose Lozada was playing back. So again, runners on first and second here in the bottom of the third. In a scoreless tie, and Dan Lyons coming up to the plate. We'll check scores from around the Atlantic League here in this half inning. As Grenning comes set, first pitch to Lyons, he puts it down on the ground with a bunt, fielded by Grenning the pitcher. He'll throw to first, and that time the sacrifice is successful, 1-3. Pushing Alex Berg to third base and Anthony Vega down to second. As Lyons is erased for the first out of the inning, and that'll flip the lineup card over and bring up Quinton Berry. Berry 0 for 1 here in the nightcap with a fly out to center field. 0 for 3 overall in the twin bill, though he did walk twice in the opener. One other game still going on in the Atlantic League, so we'll start there. It was a busy day across the circuit. Bridgeport Bluefish currently lead the Lancaster Barnstormers 10-5 in the bottom of the 7th inning, up at the ballpark at Harbor Yard in Connecticut. And the other 4 games in the Atlantic League today have all gone final, many long ago. Grenning comes set. Now the first pitch to Berry, runs inside, goes off the glove of the catcher Wiggins, and coming in his score from third is Alex Berg, and the Ducks take a 1-0 lead. Advancing to third on the play, Anthony Vega. And the Ducks get a run on the wild pitch, or the pass ball rather. Charge to Ryan Wiggins. Anthony Vega advances to third on the play. Now 1 ball and no strikes to Quinton Berry. Steps out, will get back in. New York Revolution and the Somerset Patriots played a doubleheader today. Game 1 went to York 4-1. Game 2, the Patriots emerged victorious 10-3. Ryan Grenning set, now the 1-0. Pass ball in the inside corner, called a strike. It's now 1-1. Sugarland Skeeters defeated the New Britain Bees in a camp day game at New Britain Stadium. Game got underway shortly after noon. The Bees fell to the Skeeters. It's the 1-1, swung on and missed by Berry. It's now 1-2. The last game was the Ducks beating Southern Maryland 10-0 in game 1 of our doubleheader here at Bethpage Ballpark. Grenning coming set, taking a look at Vega at third base. A long look as Southern Maryland's got the infield in as 1-2 misses in. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Berry. Bottom of the 8th inning up at the Rogers Center in Toronto. The Toronto Blue Jays lead the New York Yankees by a 4-2 margin. Josh Donaldson with a pair of home runs for the Blue Jays. Meanwhile, the Yankees have RBIs from Garrett Cooper, 2 of those. Ball hit on the ground to second base, throw home, and Vega's out at the plate. A close call at home, no argument from the Ducks. But the ball from Brian Bistain got into the catcher's mitt of Ryan Wiggins, and that's fast tag down got Anthony Vega. Fielder's choice allows Berry to reach and goes 4-2 for the second out in the inning. Great heads-up play by Bistain, and a lot of skill that went into that. Brings Delta Cleary Jr. to the plate with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. Ducks leading 1-0. One other game to get you caught up on in local MLB action. The New York Mets lead the Texas Rangers 5-3 in the top of the 8th as Cleary swings out of his shoes at the first pitch and comes up empty. Now 0-1. Home runs for Michael Conforto, Yoenis Cespedes, and Travis d'Arnaud. For the New York Mets, Adrian Beltre and Joey Gallo have home runs for Texas. Oh, one pitch misses outside. It's now 1-1 to Delta Cleary Jr. So Ryan Grenning trying to get through this inning, limiting the damage just the 1 run. Thanks to a great heads-up play by Brian Bistain at second base, he might be able to do so. Now the 1-1 to Cleary. Late swinging a foul ball on the third base line that gets out of play into the stands. Out of ball and 2 strikes. Grenning, as we mentioned in the last half inning, was drafted by the Cleveland Indians back in 2008. He stayed in the Indians organization through 2010. And has bounced around in the Atlantic League and the American Association since, as the 1-2 is down in the dirt. Gets away from the catcher Wiggins, and heading down to second base will be Quinton Berry. That one should be a wild pitch against Grenning, and it will be. Allowing Quinton Berry to get down to second base. It's now runner in scoring position. The count even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Deuce is mild on the scoreboard. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Score 1-0 in favor of the Ducks. A run on 3 hits, no errors for Long Island. No runs, no hits, no errors for Southern Maryland. Grenning kicks and deals. Swinging a foul ball by Delta Cleary Jr. Again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Delta's 6'2", 210 pounds out of Jonesboro, Arkansas. Still makes his home during the offseason. 2-2. Foul ball back to the backstop. So we get it, 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's 0 for 1 here in game 2 of the doubleheader. Grounded out to shortstop his first time up back in the 1st inning. Delta steps out of the box and now digs back in. Left foot right along the back line of the batter's box. Leaving the black bat behind his head. Now the 2-2. Swinging a foul ball back over the screen. Hits off the facing of the Duck Club and then hits off the backside of the netting behind home plate. We're bouncing down for a souvenir. We'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cleary Jr. putting together a nice at-bat. Next pitch will be the 8th of this battle between Grenning and Delta Cleary Jr. Grenning comes set in the pitch. Just does miss low and inside. The count now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Runner on second is the speedy Quinton Berry. And the Ducks hold on to a 1-0 lead. Alex Berg scoring the lone run of the game here in this bottom of the third inning on a passed ball by the catcher, Ryan Wiggins. A 3-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back over the screen. That goes back for a souvenir again. Again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Renning comes set once again. A look back at second. The pitch. Swinging a drive hit pretty well down the left field line and slicing foul. That'll hit down to the Smokin' Owls Beer Garden and Party Deck. Again, the count 3 balls and 2 strikes as Delta Cleary Jr. with an at least 11 pitch at bat here. Next will be the 11th pitch from Grenning to Delta Cleary Jr. who's just running up the pitch counts. Grenning had thrown 12 pitches in the first and just 10 in the second. He's about to throw his 11th to Delta here in this at bat alone. This will also be his 20th pitch of the inning. It's on its way. It's swung on and lifted foul down the left field line and up onto the upper concourse by the picnic area. We'll do it again at 3-2. What a battle put up here by Delta Cleary Jr., fouling off pitch after pitch after pitch from Brian Grenning. Grenning comes set. We'll look back at second base. And the 3-2. Swinging a foul ball again by Delta Cleary Jr. Right on it. Got it over the screen. And that one goes for another quick souvenir. Incredible. Will be at least a 13th pitch. Seven 2-strike foul balls. Ryan Grenning looking for something to end this at bat. Comes set in the pitch. Fastball misses outside for ball 4. So Delta Cleary Jr. draws a 13-pitch walk. And that puts runners on first and second with 2 outs for Mark Krause. And that's another Ducks walk brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in. And a big tip of the hat to Delta Cleary Jr. for that fantastic at-bat that he just worked with Brian Grenning. Now, Southern Maryland manager James Frisbee out to have a chat with Grenning after that long at-bat to just settle him down as Mark Krause comes up to the plate. Krause hit the ball well his first time up, but got it off the end of the bat. Flew out to right field. That ended the first inning. Meanwhile, Tyler Levine has allowed just 1 base runner through his 3 innings of work. The Ducks lead the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. Grenning comes set in the first pitch to Krause. Fastball misses and the count 1 ball and 0 strikes. Krause, a .289 hitter on the season, 1 for 4 on the doubleheader. 1-0. This is outside, count 2 balls and 0 strikes. 15 home runs, second on the team behind only the guy on deck, Angelo Sunko, has 19. Grenning set the 2-0 pitch. Swinging a high fly ball hit into shallow right field. Second baseman Bistain back on the outfield grass, now stutter stepping. He makes the awkward catch for out number 3 in the inning as Krause again got it off a good part of the bat, but just a little bit underneath it for out number 3 here in the inning. 1 run for the Ducks on just 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 2 on base. We go to the top of the 4th. It's 1-0 Long Island. You're listening to the Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey fans, this is infielder Elmer Reyes, and you're listening to Duck Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
Long Island Ducks lead the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 1-0 as we start play here. At the top of inning number 4, Tyler Levine will have the top of the Blue Crabs lineup. And Jose Lozada, Edwin Garcia, and LJ Hose due up against him. And it's also time for tonight's 4th inning trivia question, where you test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks and baseball as a whole. So we'll get that to you here after the first pitch to Jose Lozada. Here in the top of the 4th inning, Southern Maryland still looking for their first hit of the ball game. First pitch on the way to Lozada is a fastball for a called strike. Count 0-1. So here is tonight's 4th inning trivia question. This is more a baseball as a whole question. And it is, who are the 4 people to win both the Most Valuable Player award and the Manager of the Year award in Major League Baseball? A 1 pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Count 0-2. Good fastball that time from Levine, located well. So there's been 4 players who won the MVP and then later went on in their careers to become managers and win Manager of the Year. The bonus, if you can tell me anything about when they won either award or who they won it for. So we'll let you think about that one, and we'll come back and give you the answer in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Tyler Levine comes set at the belt. Now the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball foul by Lozada. Looked like caught a piece of his foot or ankle perhaps in the batter's box before rolling up the first baseline. Keep it at no balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning. The Ducks leading the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 1-0, looking to sweep a doubleheader. And if the Ducks can complete a sweep of this twin bill, it'll be the first time all season that they will have won 5 games in a row. They've won 4 games consecutively 3 times, but have not won 5 in a row. Levine comes set, now the 0-2. Swinging a line drive, hit down the right field line, and that one hooks foul. Hot shot by Lozada, but it just kept hooking, and we'll do it again at 0-2. The Ducks swept a 4-game series at Peoples Bank Park against the York Revolution May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. There was a doubleheader mixed in there. Then they also won 4 in a row. 3 at home against the Somerset Patriots, sweeping a 3-game series with them. And then taking the opener at the ballpark at Harbor Yard against the Bridgeport Bluefish, as Lozada swings the drive zone in the air to center field, chasing Delta Cleary Jr. back, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Throwing up Edwin Garcia, still 1-0 Ducks here in the top of the 4th inning. So that was a 4-game winning streak, May 19th through 23rd. And now the Ducks, after winning the last 3 games against the Bridgeport Bluefish this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then taking the opener of the doubleheader here with the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, have won 4 games in a row. Pitch for called strike to Garcia. Good breaking ball. Count 0-1. So the Ducks, who find themselves at 51-49 through 100 games, 2 games over 500, looking to put together their first 5-game winning streak of the season. The 0-1 pitch. This is low with a breaking ball, count 1-1. They lead it 1-0 here in the top of the 4th inning of a 7-inning game. So again, this being the top of the 4th, it's a little bit later on in the contest than it might seem at first glance. Levine comes set, and now the 1-1. Fastball just did miss outside, and they count 2 balls and 1 strike. Can we let you know earlier in the game, Ton Gandolfo, home plate umpire. On the balls and strikes, Calvin Baker at third, Jorge Teran at first. 2-1 pitch, swung on and fouled back by Garcia. And the count now 0-2. Levine, a guy out on the mound for the Ducks who's just savoring every moment of his professional career. And one of those guys who's always got a smile on his face and is willing to do whatever is asked. Pitch back-to-back nights, he's the guy. Need a spot start in game 2 of a doubleheader, he's the guy. 2-2, fouled off by Garcia. We'll do it again at 2-2. Just loves playing the game of baseball and going out there whenever Kevin Baez and Billy Horn call his number. Never straight up asked him, but I'm sure he'd pitch every single game if they needed him to. 2-2 pitch. Swing a fly ball lifted in the air down the right field line. Looking over is Berry, crossing into foul territory. That one gets out of play. We'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. 1-0 Long Island as Alex Berg scored the lone run of this game, coming home on a passed ball at the bottom of the 3rd inning. Tyler Levine has faced the minimum through 3 1/3. He has allowed a base runner, walked Jose Lozada to lead off the game, but he was erased on a double play by the man standing on deck, L.J. Hose. Levine comes set, now the 2-2. Fastball misses low and inside, count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Alfredo Simon in game 1 of the doubleheader took a no-hitter through 6 1/3 innings, before allowing 3 hits, all singles, in the top of the 7th, and not allowing a run. Pitch, swing a line drive, hit out towards right center field, could be trouble. Berry over and on the run, he picks it off in the gap. Oh boy, Quinton Berry had a long way to run to get to that ball. And using his speed and excellent first step, Berry was able to track it down for out number 2. So that'll bring up L.J. Hose as Levine continues to get out after out on balls in the air. Now he's recorded 11 outs, 9 of them have been hit in the air, and just 2 on the ground. Here's L.J. Hose, who lined into a 6-4 double play back in the 1st inning. 1-0 the score in favor of Long Island. Hose hitting an even .300 on the season for Southern Maryland. Team's leading hitter. First pitch misses low with a breaking ball, count 1-0. Levine trying to pitch backwards here, starting Hose off with a slider. 38th game played of the season for Hose. It came on mid-season for Southern Maryland. Now the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball misses low, count 2 balls and no strikes. Hose was signed towards the end of June. And some of his first games that he played were here against the Ducks. June 30th, July 1st, July 2nd. The last time at Southern Maryland was here at Bethpage Ballpark. And the Ducks swept a 3-game series against the Blue Crabs. That prior to this current winning streak was the last time the Ducks had won 3 in a row. Now Levine set the 2-0 pitch. Swing a ground ball foul at the 3rd baseline. 2 balls and a strike to L.J. Hose. Former big leaguer with the Baltimore Orioles and the Houston Astros is L.J. Hose. Now trying to work his way back to that level here in the Atlantic League. Really a matchup of the 2 different kinds of players that are here. There's the guys like Levine of out of college, and they've played a little bit, and they're just playing professionally and having a blast doing it. 2-1 pitch, grounded over the bag at third base and down the left field line, past a diving Ruben Gotzai, and into the corner where it's played by Vega. Grounding first and heading into second is L.J. Hose, and he'll be in there with a stand-up double. First hit of the game for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, and it comes to 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Honoring Michael Snyder up to the plate.
Michael Snyder, number 16.
Hose with good speed on second base, representing the tying run here in the top of the 4th. Stolen 3 bases in as many attempts. So now the right-handed power hitting Michael Snyder up at the dish. 21 home runs. Second in the league. Pitch. Swung on and lifted foul down the right field line. That'll get up onto the upper concourse. Count 0-1 to Snyder. Snyder flew out to right field his first time up, so he's 0 for 1 here in game 2. But 1 for 3 in the opener with the single in the top of the 7th that broke up Alfredo Simon's no-hit bid. Levine comes set. We'll look back at second, now the pitch. Swing a fly ball lifted in the air to center field, chasing Delta Cleary Jr. back. Still going back at the warning track at the wall. He leaps, and that ball is gone. A home run for Michael Snyder, his 22nd on the season, and Southern Maryland takes a 2-1 lead. And the Bluebirds out here at Bethpage Ballpark, booing the home run.
Corey Vaughn, number 27.
That'll bring up Corey Vaughn now with the bases empty, and Southern Maryland with their first lead of the day. 2-1 here in the top of the 4th inning. First pitch to Vaughn, swing and a miss. Off speed from Levine had Vaughn well out in front. So Levine, normally a reliever, with his pitch count now running up into the lower 70s. You have to wonder if this will be the last inning of his outing. The pitch misses low, count even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Of course, Alfredo Simon went the distance in the opener, 7-inning complete game shutout. So with that being said, everybody out in the bullpen is fresh after the rain out yesterday. Nobody's pitched since at least Sunday. 1 swung on and missed, now 1-2. Only guy not available out of the bullpen today is Jake Dunning, who threw 40 pitches across 2 1/3 innings of relief against Bridgeport on Sunday. Other than that, everyone is ripping and ready to go. Levine comes set, now the 1-2. Check swing by Vaughn. Did he go around on appeal? Yes, he did. A strikeout for Tyler Levine, his first of the game, and that puts an end to the top of the 4th inning. But the Blue Crabs get on the board, 2 runs on 2 hits, including the home run from Michael Snyder. No errors, and they don't leave anyone on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 2-1 Southern Maryland. The Ducks coming up, looking to even it up.
Hey fans, this is pitcher David Artsma, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark.
We go to the bottom of the fourth inning in this frame. We'll answer our fourth inning trivia question. Test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks and baseball as a whole. It's the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 2 and the Long Island Ducks 1. A 2-run home run from Michael Snyder. Top of the fourth inning, giving Brian Grenning the lead and counting for the first 2 runs of the game for the Blue Crabs. First pitch to Sonko is on the outside corner for a called strike. The count 0-1. Pitch is ripped in the air deep down the right field line, and that ball is going to hit off the base of the wall for Angelo Sonko. He rounds first and heads for second. Here comes the throw, and he is out! Trying to stretch the single into a double. Angelo Sonko thrown out by Zach Cohn. 9-6. He is out running the bases. Single and then thrown out 9-6 with a first down here in the bottom of the fourth inning as Angelo Sonko was a little late to run out of the batter's box after hitting that shot down towards the right field corner. Ryan Grenning will ask for a new baseball. 2-1 the score in favor of Southern Maryland. By the way, to remind you of what our fourth inning trivia question was tonight, we asked you to name the 4 players as the first pitch to go time misses 1-0. We asked you to name the 4 players to win both the Most Valuable Player Award and the Manager of the Year Award in Major League Baseball. 1-1 in for a strike to go time. Working very quickly here. Into the wind, he fires the pitch. It's been a fly ball hit in the air towards right field, over to the foul line, onto the warning track now with a leap. Zach Cohn makes the catch. Route number 2 here in the inning. So Gotai flies out to right. We'll answer that fourth inning trivia question right now as Elmer Reyes comes up to the plate. So here's the 4 that have won both Manager of the Year and MVP. First of all is the easy one. Kirk Gibson won MVP with the Dodgers in 1988, Manager of the Year with the Diamondbacks in 2011. First pitch misses low to Elmer Reyes. The count 1 ball and no strike. Also Frank Robinson won MVP twice, once with the Cincinnati Reds in 1961 and with 66 with the Baltimore Orioles, Manager of the Year in 89 with Baltimore. His ball's popped up and it'll fall in for a base hit as Edwin Garcia, the shortstop, overran it, and Tucker Nathans, the left fielder, yielded to him, and that'll be ruled a base hit for Elmer Reyes. So a 2-out gift hit, misplayed by Edwin Garcia, keeps the inning alive for Alex Berg. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. So far we've given you half of the MVPs and Managers of the Year. To answer our fourth inning trivia question, Kirk Gibson and Frank Robinson. Also Joe Torre won an MVP in 71 with the Cardinals, Manager of the Year with the Yankees in 96 and 98. And the final is Don Baylor, 1979 MVP with the California Angels and Manager of the Year in 1995 with the Colorado Rockies. First pitch is fouled off by Alex Berg. Count 0-1. And of course, baseball world lost Don Baylor yesterday after he had some health struggles for many years. But a great gentleman who will be missed. One pitch misses down low. Count even up at 1 now to Berg. And for as good of a player as Baylor was, and he absolutely was fearsome. Winning an MVP, made the World Series in 3 straight years with 3 different teams in the late 80s. The Red Sox in 86, Minnesota Twins in 1987, winning 1, and in 1988 with the Oakland Athletics. It's the 1-1 pitch, misses low to Berg. Count 2 balls and 1 strike. Don Baylor, of course, passing away yesterday in baseball world. Also lost Darren Dalton. It's not been a good couple days for baseball. A couple great baseball guys now no longer with us. 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Count 2-2 to Bird. 2-1 the score in favor of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs as we play here in the bottom of this 4th inning. Alex Berg at the plate. The man on first base, Elmer Reyes, doesn't have particularly good speed. Now the 2-2. Misses low. And the count 3 balls and 2 strikes as the breaking ball couldn't catch the knees. Ryan Grenning starting to get up there in terms of pitches, now into the mid-60s. Possibly even pushing the 70s here. Brenning comes set. Now the pitch. Check swing at a ball inside. He went around according to home plate umpire Tom Gandolfo. Didn't even ask for an appeal, and I think Berg is a little peeved at that. So that's the first strikeout for Brian Grenning on the night. And it's the final out here in the 4th. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. And a runner left on base for the Ducks. We go to the 5th. It's 2-1, Southern Maryland leading here in Game 2 of the doubleheader.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Matt Larkins, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy-efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Fans, you can warm up with a hot cup of Hampton Coffee Company gourmet coffee available at the concession stands at Bethpage Ballpark. Both regular and decaf you can get as well. Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com, or you can visit their cafes in the Hamptons. So Tyler Levine back to work for the Long Island Ducks in the top of the 5th inning. Southern Maryland Blue Crabs leading 2-1 here in Game 2 of a doubleheader. This one slated to go 7 innings. It'll be Zach Cohn, Tucker Nathans, and Ryan Wiggins 2 up. First pitch misses high and inside for ball 1. So ball and no strikes, the count to Zach Cohn. 0 for 1 here in Game 2 and 0 for 3 in the opener of the Twin Bill. Pitch missed, and it's now 2 balls and no strikes from Tyler Levine. Levine, aside from the one mistake to Michael Snyder, who went out to the deepest part of the ballpark, just to the left of the batter's eye in center field. He's pitched very well for the Ducks, giving up just 2 hits. They were back-to-back, a double for L.J. Hose and a home run for Michael Snyder. Now the 2-0. Missed low. It's now 3 balls and no strikes to Cohn. Looking down towards the Ducks bullpen, it doesn't appear like there's any action, but it's very hard to tell because it's completely obscured from our view. The only telltales are occasionally you'll see a ball go back and forth over the top of the solid green wood fencing. Now the 3-0 pitch. Fastball catches the outside corner for a strike. Now 3-1 to Cone. There is some milling about of the bullpen guys up top. There's kind of a raised platform out beyond the outfield wall that the guys will sit and watch the game from. 3-1 pitch. That one misses inside to Cone for ball 4. So the second walk of the game issued by Tyler Levine puts Zach Cone on first base with nobody out here in the top of the 5th inning, and that's going to bring pitching coach Billy Horn out of the dugout to go have a chat with his right-handed pitcher Tyler Levine. 2-1 the score in favor of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs as we play in the top of the 5th inning. This game 2 of a doubleheader between these two clubs. The teams will wrap up their series, at least the installment of the series that takes place here at Bethpage Ballpark tomorrow. 6:35 p.m. Henderson Alvarez takes the mound for the Ducks against Gabby Hernandez of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. And first pitch 6:35 p.m. on a Waddling Wednesday here at the ballpark. A pregame show for you on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network starting at 6:20. If you can't make it out to the ballpark, and if you can, get your tickets at liducks.com by calling 631-940-TIXX. Off attempted first, and Cone back in safely. You can also buy tickets right on the Long Island Ducks mobile app. If you haven't downloaded that, what are you waiting for? Go do it now. It's in the App Store on your Apple device, Google Play on your Android device. Tucker Nathans is in for a strike count, 0-1. You can also just come out to the stadium, walk up to the box office, and purchase your tickets that way. Levine set, and a pickoff attempted first. Back in standing is Cone. Zach Cone, 19 stolen bases in 24 attempts this season. Being aware of that and wanting to keep him close. Levine works out of the stretch with Gotai in on the cut of the grass at third. Another pickoff attempt. That one skips in, and a nice pick by Angelo Sunko over at first. Nathans, left-handed batter up at the plate. Again, was playing the Baltimore Orioles organization earlier this year, mainly with Double-A Bowie, which misses outside. Not even up now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Also got 1 at bat with the Triple-A Norfolk Tides. Highest level he's ever reached. Last year split between Bowie and Aberdeen. Frederick and Bowie in 2015. Spent a lot of time in Bowie, Maryland. So the 1-1 misses low. They count 2 balls and 1 strike. That does not sound like a nice 3-year stint in Bowie, but I'm sure it's a nice area. A couple of years, remember the Frederick Keys as well. That's certainly not a city you want to be spending more than a few months in. 2-1 pitch is swung on and fouled back off the catcher's mask of Alex Berg, and kind of 2-2, so perhaps a little hit and run being employed there by James Frisbee. Classic 2-1 hit and run count. Pitch fouled back, so we'll do it at 2-2. Zach Cone has to head back to first. Tucker Nathans also at one point played for the Newark Bears in the 2012 season after Newark had defected from the Atlantic League to the Can-Am Association. Pickoff attempted first, and again Cone gets back in with a head-first dive. He split that year between Newark and the Florence Freedom in the Frontier League. Now 28 years of age, Tucker Nathans from Warwick, New York, up in upstate. 2-2 pitch, misses high and outside, and we count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Basically to get to Warwick, get on the LIE, start heading east, get to New York City, and cross over the bridge, and I don't know, use your GPS. I don't know how to get to Warwick. 3-2 pitch. Late swing and a foul ball by Nathans. Duidian at 3 balls and 2 strikes as Cone was off and going with the pitch. I know there's a lot of driving on Route 17, so you'd probably be best taking the Verrazano. Now we're just getting into traffic talk here in the top of the 5th inning of a 2-1 game between the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs and the Long Island Ducks. This inning number 12 of baseball of the scheduled 14 across 2 contests. Ducks took the first 10-0. Levine comes set. And the payoff pitch again. Runner goes, swinging a fly ball lifted, fouled on the 3rd baseline. Might be a play for Gotai. Over towards the camera well. Reaching over, he makes the catch. Ruben Gotai with a nifty grab on the ball that was destined for the camera well. There's 1 gone here in the 5th as Tucker Nathans is finally retired by Tyler Levine.
Ryan Wiggins, number 25.
So that'll bring up Ryan Wiggins. And it'll bring Kevin Baez out of the Long Island Ducks dugout. And that'll be all for Tyler Levine. So Levine in his spot start in game 2 of the doubleheader goes 4 1/3 innings. Allows 2 runs for the time being on 2 hits. And we'll have a new pitcher coming in. We'll let you know all about him on the other side of this break. It's the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 2 and the Long Island Ducks 1 with a runner on first in the top of the 5th.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Dennis O'Grady, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy-efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Well, a new pitcher in the game for the Long Island Ducks is the right-hander from Islip, New York, Rob Rogers, replacing his fellow Long Islander, Tyler Levine. Rogers comes in making his 39th appearance on the season. He is 3-0 with a 4.5 earned run average. 48 innings pitched for Rogers this season. He has struck out 28, walked 21, allowed 39 hits, and opponents hitting .227 against the right-hander. Rogers, 6 foot, 205 pounds, turns 27 at the end of October 25th to be precise. He'll face Ryan Wiggins with a man on first and 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Tyler Levine's night is done. Can't close the book on him yet, but as of right now, his line looks like 4 1/3 innings, 2 runs, all earned on 2 hits. Walked 2 and struck out 1, but he's responsible for Zach Cohen aboard at first base. First pitch, in for a called strike to the catcher Ryan Wiggins, and the count 0-1. Rob Rogers, a sinker baller, very adept at rolling ground balls, would really stand to benefit from one here, as it could get the Ducks out of the inning. Sit closely enough at an infielder. Rogers comes set at the belt, and now timeout is called right before he went into pitch. Rogers last appeared in a game on August 4th. Got the win pitching 2 innings, not allowing a run on a hit, walking 1 and striking out 2. Pitch, runner goes, swing and a miss, throw down to second is not in time. Other close play down at second base. And though not quite so close as Jose Lozada stealing second back in the first, when just had a heck of a slide to get in around the tag, as fans here at Bethpage Ballpark not too happy. Call from Calvin Baker. Count 0-2 to Ryan Wiggins. It was Rogers getting the win over Bridgeport in that 11-10 waddle-off victory. 2 misses low with the sinker. It's now 1-2. It's now runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. The Blue Crabs leading 2-1 over the Long Island Ducks in game 2 of a doubleheader. Rogers looking at it, Berg for his signs. Now he comes set. And again, timeout called as Rogers steps off the rubber. Brian Mustaine swinging the bat on deck for Southern Maryland. He'll be next. Blue Crabs are their powder blue jersey tops. Gray baseball pants. Mustaine's got light blue socks rolled up and exposed right up to the knees. Now a timeout as Alex Berg will head out to go chat with Rob Rogers just to change up the signs. The runner on second base before the 1-2 pitch to Wiggins. Ducks in the clean home white pinstripe jerseys. Infield playing for Wiggins to pull the ball is Gotai really guarding the line at third base. Sunko way off at first. 1-2. Swinging ground ball hit towards the left side. Broken bat charging hard Lions. Throw to first is low but picked by Sunko. There's out 2 here in the inning. Two outs, and Cohn has to stay put over at second base. That'll bring up Ryan Mustaine. Now with 2 outs, and that runner still on second. And again, Southern Maryland still with a 2-1 lead. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Blue Crabs. A run on 5 hits and no errors for the Ducks. First pitch, swinging a ground ball hit up the middle. Played behind the second base bag by Reyes. The throw to first is in time to retire Mustaine. Good defensive positioning by the Ducks against Brian Mustaine, playing for him to pull, and he hit it right into the shifts. No runs for Southern Maryland on no hits, no errors, and they leave 1 on base in the top of the 5th. It's still 2-1. The Blue Crabs lead it going to the bottom of inning number 5.
Hey fans, this is Yuri De La Rosa, left-hander pitcher, and you are listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks.
Baseball fans, have you downloaded the official Long Island Ducks mobile app yet? Powered by Clear Vision apps, you can buy tickets and stay up to date on Long Island's hometown team right on your mobile device. Download the app today for free by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play in your Android device. Anthony Vega will lead things off in the bottom of the 5th inning for the Long Island Ducks, trailing the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 2-1 in Game 2 of a doubleheader. And the first pitch from Brian Grenning is in for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. It'll be Vega, Dan Lyons, and Quinton Berry. The pitch is swung on and missed. And now 0-2 to Anthony Vega. Brian Grenning throwing just now 64 pitches to this point in the game. Very efficient. League's leading innings man. Leading the league in innings pitched. Steal 2 hit on the ground towards second base, played by Bistain. Sidearm to first in time to get Vega. He goes down 4-3 on the ground down. Vega now 1 for 2 after a bunt single back in his first trip to the plates. That brings Dan Lyons up to the dish. We'll check scores from around the Atlantic League here in this inning. All other games have gone final. Doubleheader today at TD Bank Ballpark. Somerset Patriots and the York Revolution split their doubleheader. York won 4-1 in the opener. Somerset 10-3 victors in the back end. As the first pitch in to Dan Lyons is a called strike, and the count 0-1. Up at New Britain Stadium earlier this afternoon on a camp day, the New Britain Bees fell to the Sugarland Skeeters 5-0. As the 0-1 is swung on and missed. Count now 0-2 to Dan. And how about this? The Bridgeport Bluefish defeating the Lancaster Barnstormers today 17-5. Good for Bridgeport. Coming out tonight at the ballpark at Arbor Yard and putting a beat down on Lancaster as Lyons swings and drives it high in the air and deep to right field, chasing Cone back, but he's got room and he makes the catch. Route number 2 here in the inning. So 2 up and 2 set aside for Brian Grenning on just 6 pitches. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, it's the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 2 and the Long Island Ducks 1. As the top of the lineup and former big leaguer Quinton Berry comes up to the plate for Long Island. Wide of the fire, first pitch from Grenning. This is for a ball inside. The count 1 ball and no strikes. Berry is 0 for 2 in Game 2 of the doubleheader as the pitch from Grenning is swinging, hit on the ground towards second base, picked there by Brian Bistain. He throws to first in time to retire Berry, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Grenning. Took him just 8 pitches to retire the Ducks in order, and we are through 5 here at Bethpage Ballpark. The score is the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 2 and the Long Island Ducks 1.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Tim Melville, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Go to the top of the 6th inning. Rob Rogers remains in the game to start his first full inning of relief for the Long Island Ducks. He'll face the top of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs lineup: Jose Lozada, Edwin Garcia, and L.J. Holmes. It's the Blue Crabs 2 and the Ducks 1. And fans, you can follow all season long as the Long Island Ducks try to meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. The Ducks hit 100 home runs this season. Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $1,000, or rather $5,000, pardon me, to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, are caring for others, is our family tradition. So Rogers back out to the mound after he recorded the final 2 outs in the 5th inning. As the first pitch to Lozada is swung on and slapped past Ruben Gotay. Barehand play by Lyons, the throw to first, not in time. Nearly a spectacular play by Dan Lyons as that hot shot got past the diving Gotay, deflecting off of his glove to the bare hand of Dan Lyons. But then the throw to first was not nearly in time, as Jose Lozada reaches on an infield single. That'll be the 3rd hit of the game for Southern Maryland. So the Blue Crabs lead it 2-1 here at the top of the 6th inning. A man on first base and nobody out at the top of the 6th. First pitch, we'll have to wait for Edwin Garcia for a pickoff that is just not in time. Very close back on the play at first base. Garcia 0 for 2 in game 2 of the doubleheader. Ground out and a fly out, went 0 for 2 with a walk in game 1. Another pickoff attempt, and that one very close as well. Rogers is set. First pitch to Garcia. That's in at the knees for a called strike. And sinker in the count, 0-1. Lozada at first base stole a bag back in the first, his 22nd of the year in 27 attempts. He's got a healthy lead being held on by Angelo Sunko. Now the 0-1. One runs inside a little bit too far, backing Garcia off the plate. Count even up at 1 ball and 1 strike, as you can just tell from the body language from Rogers that one didn't quite go where he had expected it to. Rogers now peering in, he comes set. And another pickoff at first, and another very close one. I'll tell you, for a right-hander, Rogers really has an excellent move over to first base. Just pivots and spins so quickly. 0-1. Swing a ground ball into shortstop, could be 2. Lyons shovels to Reyes for 1. Relay to first, double play. 6-4-3, a tailor-made twin killing. Second the Ducks have turned in this game. And Lozada's infield single is erased, and there's 2 outs and nobody on. What a nifty turn by Lyons and Reyes. They've been doing that all season long. How to bring up L.J. Hose now with the bases empty. Here at the top of the 6th inning, it's Southern Maryland 2 and Long Island 1 here at Bethpage Ballpark, game 2 of a doubleheader. First pitch from Rogers, fastball rides high and inside, and the count 1 ball and 0 strikes. Paid crowd tonight, 4,673 here at Bethpage Ballpark. 1-0 pitch, and at the knees for a strike, and the count even up at 1. Many have left, but also many have stuck around for the conclusion of this one. Those who have stuck around to seeing exciting 2-1 contest. Rogers set the 1-1. Swing a ground ball into shortstop. Played on the long hop by Lyons. Throw low to first, and that's in time to retire Hose. Plenty of time for out number 3. So Rogers faces the minimum and works around the leadoff hit by rolling a double play ball and escapes the inning with no further damage. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The score 2-1 in favor of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs.
Hey fans, this is infielder Mark Krause, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it! The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just gonna go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Pave your way.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Two to 1 the score in favor of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Joe Vasile here with you on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network tonight. It'll be Delta Cleary Jr., Mark Krause, and Angelo Sonko 2 up against Brian Grenning here in this bottom of the 6th inning. Grenning's been a ground ball machine today, getting 7 ground ball outs. He'll be to work around 5 hits for the Ducks. The only Ducks run came home to score was an unearned run on a pass ball back in the 3rd. The first pitch, Delta Cleary Jr. is in for a called strike. Count 0-1. Delta's got the at-bat of the game, a 13-pitch walk that he worked in the 3rd inning. The 0-1 is fouled off. It's now 0-2. It's also grounded out to shortstop, so 0-1 officially here in Game 2 of the doubleheader. Went 1 for 3 with a run scored and a sac fly and an RBI in Game 1. A 10-0 Ducks rout. 0-2 fouled back to the screen behind home plate. Did he get it? No balls and 2 strikes. Here in game number 2, the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs a 2-1 lead thanks to a 2-run home run by Michael Snyder in the top of the 4th inning. Of course, with this game in the bottom of the 6th, it is only a 7-inning contest, so getting very late in this one. The 2 pitch fouled off by Delta Cleary Jr. We'll do it again at 0-2 as he continues to be a thorn in Brian Grenning's side tonight. And the amazing thing is for Grenning, his next pitch will only be his 75th of the night, and that includes the 13 pitch at bat to Delta Cleary Jr. back in the 3rd. So now Grenning will step off the mound and do some groundskeeping around with his spikes before towing the rubber again, slightly from the 3rd base side into the compact wind of the pitch, swinging a line drive, hitting the center field. That'll get down for base hits. Line drive smash into center for Delta Cleary Jr. That's a leadoff base knock for Long Island here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And good speed aboard at first, representing the tying run. With the meat of the lineup coming up, and the number 3 hitter, Mark Krause. Krause is 0 for 2 here in game 2 of the doubleheader. Going 1 for 3 with a walk and a run scored in the opener. Had a 21-game on-base streak snapped on Sunday. We're trying to run a new 1-2 games as the first pitch misses low. Count 1 ball and no strikes. Ryan Grenning won 7 games this year, lost 4, and has an ERA under 3 coming into this game. He's lowered that here with his performance as the 1-0 misses low and outside. Now 2 balls and no strikes. He's trying to keep this 2-1 lead that Southern Maryland has, bring it into the 7th inning. Mark Krause looking to change that with 1 swing. Give a whole new feel to this game. 2-0 misses low and inside. It's now 3-0. And we'll see the Ducks down by 1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. if Kraus gets the green light here on 3-0. Kraus is a very good hitter who's been on fire lately and has a good knowledge of the strike zone. Team leader in walks. Among the top 5 in the Atlantic League, but still would be surprised if he had it here. Taking all the way, and pitches on the outside corner for a called strike. It's now 3-1. Kraus also second on the team with 15 home runs. Angelo Sunko, man of the on-deck circle, has 19 as the 3-1 is in at the knees for a strike. It's now 3-2. The Ducks here with a prime opportunity. Delta Cleary Jr.'s leadoff base hits. Grenning comes set, working out of the stretch of the runner on first. Pitch, swinging a rip through the right side of the infield into right field for a base hit. Cleary Jr. turns second, he's heading for third. Cohn's got a good arm, here's the throw. It is cut off. Throw goes back to first behind Kraus, who scampers in standing. It's back-to-back base hits to get things going in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the Ducks have runners on the corners with nobody out, and Angelo Sonko coming up to the plate.
Angelo Sonko, number 26.
And now it becomes crunch time for Brian Grenning. Runners on the corners and nobody out. And for Grenning, a guy who maybe lacking in size, lacking in pure stuff out on the mound, has made a career in baseball. With his grit and his guile, he'll have to reach down and try and find some of that here. Sonko up at the dish, who's 2 for 2 against Grenning already. Pair of singles as a Let's Go Ducks chant breaking out here at the ballpark. First pitch, in for a called strike to Sonko. Count 0-1. Cleary runs very well at third base. A fly ball of medium depth to the outfield should plate a run. Third baseman Lozada, even with the bag at third. Middle infielders playing for 2. Pitch hit on the ground to first base. Loved by the first baseman, and he stumbles. Snyder dives to the bag, and he got him. Michael Snyder gloved it on the backhand, got caught in between throwing home as he just pump faked to hold Cleary Jr. at third base, realized he had no play at second for a double play, and then sputtered and just wiped out on the grass, but was able to crawl and dive and touch first base with his glove before Angelo Sonko dove in, trying to get to first base, and just did beat him. Mark Kraus advances down to second on the play. That'll bring Southern Maryland manager James Frisbee out to the mound for a chat with Brian Grenning and the entire Southern Maryland infield, as well as the catcher Ryan Wiggins getting involved. So Sonko out 3 unassisted for the first out of the inning, but it's somewhat a productive out as it advances Kraus down to second, which means that the inning-ending double play is not in order. That's a positive for the Ducks. And we'll see what the Blue Crabs opt to do here. They're going to give the no-pitch intentional walk to Ruben Gotay, sending him down to first base. That's another Ducks walk presented by City MD Urgent Care. 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in. So the bases are loaded with 1 out here in the bottom of this 6th inning. 2-1 the score in favor of the Long Island Ducks. That sets up the inning-ending double play and the force at any base. And Elmer Reyes now coming up to the plate. Reyes 1 for 2. Hit into a double play, also has a single, and he drives it high in the air and deep to left field. Going back, Nathan's at the track at the wall, and that ball hits off the wall. 1 run is in. Here comes Kraus. He will score. It's a 2-run double for Elmer Reyes, and the Ducks grab a 3-2 lead. They intentionally walk the bases loaded to bring up Elmer Reyes, and he makes him pay with the 2-run go-ahead double here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Getting to third base on the play was Ruben Gotay, and that will be all for Brian Grenning. James Frisbee out. He makes the pitching change, and Grenning leaves, trailing 3-2. We'll let you know about the new Southern Maryland pitcher coming in right after this.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Dennis O'Grady, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the Magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
The Long Island Ducks lead the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 3-2 thanks to a 2-run double by Elmer Reyes, which chases Brian Grenning from the game and brings us the second Southern Maryland Blue Crabs pitcher of the night in Zach Thornton. So Thornton, the former Pittsburgh Pirates and New York Mets prospect, into the game for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. He comes in having some good success this year. This is his 28th game pitched. He's 2-1 with a 3.55 ERA, 17 strikeouts, and just 4 walks, 39 hits allowed, 25 and a third innings pitched. Opponents hitting .361 against him. He's not issuing a lot of free passes as Alex Berg comes up to the plate. Runners on second and third, and the Ducks leading by 1. In the bottom of the 6th inning, the Let's Go Ducks chant getting back up and going. It's the first pitch from Thornton. This is upstairs. They count 1 ball and no strikes. Thornton, as we mentioned, began his career in the Pittsburgh Pirates organization, then was traded to the New York Mets in exchange for Ike Davis, as the pitch was fouled back to the screen by Berg, and the count 1-1. It was him along with left-handed pitcher by the name of Blake Taylor, who's still in the Mets organization. Traded by Pittsburgh for Davis, and essentially what was the Mets dumping Davis in favor of Lucas Duda like a few years back. Thornton comes set, the 1-1. This is low, and they count 2 balls and 1 strike. That's notable because Ike Davis basically went on and tried to make it as a hitter for a few more years. Couldn't get that going, and now is in the Arizona League with the Oakland Athletics Arizona League affiliate, the AZL Athletics, and he's now a pitcher, and he struck out the side last night in his professional pitching debut. 2-1 fouled back by Berg, and the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Ike Davis making a go of it now as a pitcher. Zach Thornton making a go of it as a pitcher, as he has throughout his entire professional career. With Southern Maryland count 2 balls and 2 strikes to Alex Berg. 1 out, bottom of the 6th. 2 runs already home for the Ducks. Now the pitch. We had a line drive hit out towards left field. Starting in on it, Tucker Nathans. Now he backs up, makes the catch. Tagging at third is Gotai. Here comes the throw in. It's cut off by the third baseman, Jose Lozada. It's a sacrifice fly and an RBI for Alex Berg, and the Ducks now lead it 4-2 as they tack on what could end up proving to be an important insurance run here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Two gone now in the frame, and Anthony Vega coming to the plate. That run will be charged to the ledger of Brian Grenick. First line for the time being, 5 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, walked 2 and struck out 1. There was 1 unintentional walk and then 1 intentional walk. And he's still responsible for Elmer Reyes aboard at second. So here's Anthony Vega, 1 for 2, a bunt single and a ground out. The pitch goes high off the glove of Wiggins, and heading down to third base will be Elmer Reyes. Boy, Wiggins has had a tough time behind home plate tonight. So that one will be called a wild pitch. Second wild pitch for Southern Maryland pitching tonight. There's also been a pass ball for Wiggins. Count a ball and no strikes to Vega to the pitch. This is low and inside. Now 2 balls and no strikes. Vega went 2 for 3 with a couple of RBIs in game 1 of the doubleheader. A 10-0 victory for Long Island. Now trying to sweep the doubleheader and run his winning streak to 5 games for the first time all year. Vega fouls the 2-0 pitch back. It's now 2 balls and a strike. Three runs for Long Island here, all in the bottom of the 6th inning. Still going with 2 outs and a man on third. It's Elmer Reyes who had the big hit, the 2-run double. 2-1 swung on and missed by Vega. The count now even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Get this, a win here for the Ducks would put them in first place in the Liberty Division second half. It's the 2-2, misses low and inside to Vega. The count now 3-2. I think if you rewound back to Friday night, before the game with the Bridgeport Bluefish, before this win streak started, with that 11-10 emotional waddle-off victory, the Ducks had lost 3 games in a row. They're falling back as Vegas swings and misses the 3-2 pitch. He goes down on strikes as Thornton strikes him out to end the inning. Second strikeout for Blue Crab pitching, and the inning is over. 3 runs for Long Island on 3 hits. There were no errors, and well, they leave 1 on base. It's the Ducks 4 and the Blue Crabs 2 as we head to the 7th. New pitcher coming in for Long Island to try and save it. We'll let you know who that is right after this.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Angelo Sanko, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
Well, we go to the top of the 7th inning. Fans have gotten up and stretching. And fans, don't forget to stop by the Waddle & Shop on your next visit to the Duck Pond. It's where exclusive hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is now on sale. Proceeds benefit the Quacker Jack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. The new pitcher in the game for Long Island is, well, the closer with David Ardsma on the shelf. Amalio Diaz coming in to try and record the save for the Ducks on the season. Amalio making his 42nd appearance, is 3-3 with a 1.79 earned run average. He has 6 saves, and in 40 1/3 innings pitched, he's struck out 43, walked 17, and allowed 31 hits. He'll have to face the middle of the Southern Maryland lineup: Michael Snyder, Corey Vaughn, and Zach Cohn. That'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Crabs, as the Ducks came from behind in the bottom of the 6th inning to score 3 runs against Brian Grenning. Take this 4-2 lead. Final line for Grenning: 5 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 3 earns, 2 walks, 1 was intentional. There was a strikeout, and he threw 85 pitches. The last one was scorched for a double by Elmer Reyes, with the bases loaded to score 2 out of the 3 runs. And then a sac fly from Alex Berg added the 4th. So Michael Snyder digs in. He's got the big blow for Southern Maryland at Game 2 of the Twin Bill. 2-run home run over the wall in center field. Out to dead straightaway center. First pitch from Diaz is a fastball, swung on and missed. Out 0-1. Mario Diaz is the 3rd pitcher in the game for the Long Island Ducks. Tyler Levine got the start, went 4 1/3 innings, gave up 2 runs on 2 hits, walked 2 and struck out 1. Rob Rogers came in an inning and 2/3, gave up a hit and nothing more. He's in line for the victory if Diaz can save it. Now he comes set in the 0-1. This is low, the count even up at 1 ball and 1 strike now to Michael Snyder. 1 for 2 here in Game 2, and 1 for 3 with a single, a strikeout, and a flyout in Game 1. Diaz comes set, and now the 1-1. So we had a fly ball lifted in the air towards the left side of the infield. Ruben Gotay and Dan Lyons coming together, and it'll be Gotay making the catch for the first out here in the top of the 7th inning. 2 outs to go for the Ducks toward a Twin Bill sweep and the first 5-game winning streak of the season for Long Island. And considering, well, the amount of talent on this team all season long, it was really only a matter of time before the Ducks finally put it all together and went on one of these runs. And we'll see how long they can sustain this level of play, but boy, it's sure been fun here over the last 5 games. So here's Corey Vaughn with 1 out and the base is empty. First pitch from Diaz. Fastball in at the letters for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Diaz drops the hands down to the belt and delivers the 0-1. Swung on and missed by Vaughn. Count 0-2. Diaz looking very sharp here out on the mound for the Ducks. First time he's come in and pitched in a couple of days. It's been since August 6th on Sunday when he went 2/3 of an innings and recorded a save. That was his 6th of the year. Now the 0-2. Swing a late foul ball by Vaughn. Got it off the fists and sent it foul. That'll send a group of kids scurrying for the ball once it rolls down off the roof of the suite level and hits off the hands of one of the kids and falls down. There's a group of about 6 or 7 of them all lined up behind the best seats in the house, behind home plate, all trying to catch that foul ball. Pitch, swing and a miss. Vaughn goes down on strikes. He swung over the top of Diaz's slider. Just the second strikeout of the game for Ducks pitching. But it's the second out here in the 7th inning. And now the Ducks are 1 out away from sweeping the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs and winning 5 games in a row and getting into first place here in the second half. And you started to say it in the last half inning. If you said 5 days ago that the Ducks would be in first place at the end of play on Tuesday, I don't think there's too many optimists who would have taken you up on that bet, but the Ducks have played some just magnificent baseball over their last 5 games. First pitch to Zach Cohn is fouled back, and the count 0-1. Just clutch hitting, clutch pitching. It's all accumulated right here. Nothing in 1 that counts. So Amalio Diaz. Cone standing in, waiting. Now the pitch. That one misses outside. Count even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Diaz, a long look in at Berg. Now he comes set, and the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. The count to Zach Cohn. The Ducks 1 strike away from sweeping a doubleheader with the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Diaz comes set, drops the hands. Now the 1-2. Swinging a foul ball. And Zach Cohn stays alive at a ball and 2 strikes. For at least 1 more pitch, the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs down to their final strike in today's ball game. The Ducks won game 1 at 10-0. They lead 4-2 with 2 outs and 2 strikes in the top of the 7th. Amalio Diaz comes set. Now the pitch. Swing a foul ball grounded up the third base line. Past manager James Frisbee will do it again at 1-2. Zach Cohn making Amalio Diaz work for it here in the 9th inning. Cohn keeps the game alive. Tucker Nathans will be on deck, batting next. Diaz comes set. Now the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, foul wide of the bag at third base, and will do it again at 1-2. Zach Cohn just not going away. Not without a fight, anyway. It's been the trademark of this Southern Maryland team all season long. Just are pesky and fights to the bitter end. Saw that in game 1, down 10-0. They put together a little rally but couldn't score. And now against Amalio Diaz for the 4th straight pitch. Southern Maryland down to their final strike. Diaz is set. The 1-2. Swing a line drive hit in the left field. That'll get down for a base hit. Over to cut it off toward the corner, Anthony Vega. He'll play it back into the infield. And it's a 2-out single for Zach Cohn. And the Blue Crabs keep it alive here in the top of the 7th inning. Just the 4th hit of the game for Southern Maryland.
Left fielder number 35, Tucker Nathans.
And their 7th overall here in 14 innings of baseball tonight from Bethpage Ballpark. Trail the Long Island Ducks 4-2 here in the top of the 7th inning. as the Ducks try to do something they haven't done all year, 5-game winning streak. So that brings Tucker Nathans to the plate, left-handed batter, 0 for 2 in the game. Fly out to center and a foul out to third base. Up against Tyler Levine. Here's the first pitch to Nathan. Swinging a pop-up in his shallow left field. Going back is Dan Lyons, the shortstop. He settles underneath, and he makes the catch, and the Long Island Ducks are winners tonight, 4-2, and they swept a doubleheader against the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs and have won 5 in a row to take over first place in the second half Liberty Division standings in the Atlantic League. 4 runs, no hits. 8 hits, rather, and no errors for the Ducks. For the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, 2 runs on 4 hits. They also didn't commit an error, and they left 2 on base. We'll be back to recap this one and Game 1 very briefly in the post-game show. That is coming up next here on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Again, Ducks win it 4-2 over the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs.
Hey fan, this is the pitcher Amali Diaz, and you listen to the Ducks baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
And welcome you back to Bethpage Ballpark on the Long Island Ducks postgame show. Joe Basile here with you this evening as the Long Island Ducks have defeated the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs in Game 2 of a doubleheader by a final score of 4-2. They won Game 1 10-0. That means the Ducks have swept the doubleheader and have now won 5 games in a row for the first time all season. The Ducks with the win improve to 52-49 overall. Southern Maryland drops to 51-49 with the loss. The Ducks also with the victory, 1 game over 500 in the second half at 16-15, which is good enough to put them in a tie for first place with the Bridgeport Bluefish, who won 17-5 tonight over the Lancaster Barnstormers. We'll do some more scoreboard watching right after recapping this game a little bit. Again, 4-2 the score in favor of the Ducks. It was Brian Grenning against Tyler Levine, the starting pitching matchup in this game, and it was a good matchup through the first 2.5 innings. The score was 0-0. But then in the bottom of the third inning, Alex Berg led off with a single, and then Anthony Vega dropped down a bunt and beat it out for a bunt hit. The runners were on first and second. Dan Lyons laid down a sacrifice bunt to advance them to second and third, and then Delta Cleary Jr. reached on a fielder's choice, 4-2, as Anthony Vega was cut down at the plate. Now you might be saying, why was it Vega? I thought Berg was on ahead of him. Well, you'd be correct, because Alex Berg scored while Barry was at the plate on a passed ball by catcher Ryan Wiggins, and that gave the Ducks a 1-0 lead. Southern Maryland wasted no time getting on the scoreboard, though, in retaliation at the top of the fourth inning with 2 outs. L.J. Hose doubled down the left field line. That was the first hit of the game for Southern Maryland at the time. And then Michael Snyder lifted a 2-run home run to center field just off to the left of the batter's eye. So Southern Maryland led it by a score of 2-1, and that score would hold into the bottom of the 6th inning. Grenning was still out there in the game, but he led up back-to-back base hits to start the frame to Delta Cleary Jr. and Mark Krause. So runners were on the corners as Angelo Sonko grounded out 3 unassisted to first base. That held Delta Cleary Jr. at third, but Mark Krause advanced to second on the kind of awkward play. An intentional walk to Ruben Gotay loaded the bases, and then Elmer Reyes promptly unloaded them with a 2-run double off the wall in left field. That chased Grenning from the game. Enter Zach Thornton, who finished off the contest by getting Alex Berg to fly out, although it was a sacrifice fly that allowed a run to come in and score from third as Gotay touched up home with the 4th Duck run of the night and 3rd in the inning. But other than that, Thornton was able to strike out Anthony Vega to end the threats. Meanwhile, on the Duck side of things, Tyler Levine lasted 4 1/3 innings. He was removed with 1 out in the top of the 5th after getting Tucker Nathans to foul out. And then Rob Rogers and Amalio Diaz finished the job over the final 2 2/3 innings of the night, combining to strike out 1, not walk a batter, and not allow a run on just 2 hits. Final totals for everyone on the Duck side of things. Quentin Berry, 3 at-bats, no runs, no hits, no runs batted in. Delta Cleary Jr., 2-1-1-0 in that category, but the big game was for Elmer Reyes, who went 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs on that double, and he gets our player of the game. And so we'll take a step aside when we come back. We'll check scores from around the Atlantic League and local Major League Baseball action, put a bow on this one, and look forward to it tomorrow. This is the Long Island Ducks post-game show on the Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Tyler Wilson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
And welcome you back to Bethpage Ballpark on the Long Island Ducks post-game show tonight, where the Ducks defeats the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs in Game 1 of a doubleheader, 10-0, in Game 2 of the Twin Bill, 4-2, to sweep the doubleheader and run a 5-game winning streak for the first time this season. Certainly quite the reversal of fortunes for the Ducks after they had lost 3 in a row, dropping the final 2 games of the road trip at York, and then the first game of the homestand against the Bridgeport Bluefish, but then winning 3 straight 1-run games against the Bluefish, and now taking 2 today against the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. It was a busy day across the Atlantic League. Doubleheader at TD Bank Ballpark necessitated by a rainout yesterday. The York Revolution defeated the Somerset Patriots 4-1 in Game 1 of the Twin Bill, but then Somerset came back with a 10-3 winner in Game number 2. Up at New Britain Stadium, it was a camp day game. The Sugarland Skeeters defeat the New Britain Bees 5-0 earlier today, and we teased this already. The Bridgeport Bluefish defeated the Lancaster Barnstormers 17-5. So with that win, Bridgeport improves to 16-15 in the second half. The Ducks, with their 2 wins today, improved to 16-15 in the second half. They are now in a tie for first place with the Bluefish atop the Liberty Division at second half standings. It should be one heck of a pennant chase here in the Atlantic League. Local MLB action. The New York Mets hang on to defeat the Texas Rangers 5-4 tonight. The winner for the New York Mets ended up being Chris Flexen, who got his first Major League win. Save goes to A.J. Ramos, his 21st and first with the Mets. He's the new closer after the Addison Reed trade. Home runs for Michael Conforto, Yoenis Cespedes, and Travis d'Arnaud for the Mets. Meanwhile, the other team, the Bronx Bombers in Major League Baseball, lost 4-2 to the Toronto Blue Jays today. Getting the loss was CC Sabathia. He falls to 9-5. The winner was J.A. Happ for Toronto, with Roberto Osuna recording his 29th save of the season. And so, with all that being said, we'll get you the final totals for tonight's game. For the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, it was 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. For the Long Island Ducks, they had 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors, and 4 left on base. Winning pitcher Rob Rogers improves to 4-0 on the season. Brian Grenning takes the loss. He falls to 7-5. Mario Diaz with the save, his 7th of the year. Time of the game, a crisp 2 hours and 17 minutes. Played in front of a paid crowd of 4,673. And so that does it for us here tonight from Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip. Tomorrow night, the Ducks and Blue Crabs back in action. It'll be Henderson Alvarez for the Ducks and Gabby Hernandez on the mound for the Blue Crabs. 6:35 p.m. first pitch at Bethpage Ballpark. We'll have the pregame show on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network at 6:20. And so, from our broadcast partner, joining me for Game 1, David Weiss, and everyone here at the Long Island Ducks and the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs for making tonight's broadcast possible. My name is Joe Basile. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll give you the final score for the final time. In Game 1, it's the Ducks 10 and the Blue Crabs nothing. And in Game 2, it's Long Island 4 and Southern Maryland 2. So long from Central Islip. Enjoy the rest of what remains of your Tuesday night, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.